What's up, guys? Yo, Fupon Sabi here. We're back with some Fate Empire dirt. Last time, we're in the bed. We got like knocked out. But I guess we're here. I guess we got basically through Prologue. Alright, we signed a contract with Saber. And now we're in bed. When I stopped the alarm clock. Not alarm clock. When I stopped the alarm and tried to move my arm a little, sharp pain ran all over my body. All of that was insanity. I expected some serious pain after all those injuries, so that's not a surprise. But the wounds I actually received yesterday have all closed up. The contract with the servant may be having an effect. I close my eyes and take a deep breath, focusing on the magic circuit, feeling it hum. A new connection, bypass, leading to the outside world has appeared in my magical circuit, like a power line. A magic that was activated when signing a contract with Saber. So it seems to be a path to her. I wonder if she'd laugh if I said we're connected. No, probably not. Such a new change. However, it doesn't feel all that foreign. On the contrary, it even seems natural to exist like this. My body feels fine with it. The pain kinda lingers, but my body seems capable of basic movement. Now, I would like to prioritize the investigation, but I have a job. I want to see what was going on at school. And before I forget, I'd like to make a copy of the exam results and the students' grades. Even if I am involved in the Holy Grail War, I'm still a teacher. I reflect on yesterday's events as I get myself dressed. Anyway, first of all, breakfast. Let's head to the dining room where Raikou is waiting. I reach out to grab the door handle when...
Oh, これは偶然だな。
Damn.
ちょうど今、扉を開けるところだったぞ。
I think this game got louder, bruh. It wasn't this loud yesterday. Put it this volume. Oh, it's just a coincidence then? Why are you here? I saw the urge to shout out and instead sigh. I darted my eyes from side to side. Nothing.
なんだ？別に誰にも見られてはおらんだろう。
Shh! I placed my finger to my mouth. I quickly pick up my jacket and put it on. I'll talk about it later. Get out first.
なぜそんな小声で？
My wife has a devil's ear. Wait outside the front door. I'll see you in 5 minutes. I make a point of moving with my late for something dash and quickly head downstairs to the dining room. Sure enough, Raikou had already cooked breakfast. God, it smells so good. We exchange our morning greetings, and I eat in a rush, stuffing the last bits of it in my cheeks. I'm sorry, there was an early staff meeting today. It seems that my injury was healed, and I'm sorry, but I gotta get there soon. I basically dumped the rice in my stomach, flushing it all with miso soup. I finished within a minute. Oh, you're going back today? She asked with a shocked look. I quickly put on my shoes and dashed out the front door. Saber is waiting.
まったく。お前、そそっかしいことこの上ないな。
What do you think caused this scenario? I want to say that, but I don't have the time or energy to argue. Plus, I kinda don't want to piss this woman off. Instead of retorting, I let my shoulder drop loosely.
仕事の時間だろ。
She gestured to her bike, encouraging its use. No, I do have a car, but I hesitate as there's an immense pressure when disagreeing with her. Did this guy's a pussy? I mean, maybe she intends to talk along the way. I sighed lightly and straddled the bike, sitting behind her. Later, I have to think of an excuse to tell Raikou why the car was left at the house. Without any signs of worry for our situation, Saber grabbed the handles and started the bike. Okay. You can hear her motorcycle. Where's my job at? There you go. I work here.
ずいぶん妻を気にかけているのだな。よほどの共妻なのか？
Yeah, you can see the back of her neck. Alright. That's not it. She's a great wife that anyone would be proud of. But when she feels lonely, it snowballs. She can't help it, so naturally I worry about her getting to such a point.
家中の人間だというのに、のんきな話だな。
I think someone's been stirring up the wind. Thanks. Moreover, did you want to talk about something? Regardless, I have to check the school at least once. What are you going to do in the meantime?
あの魔女を探す。状況から考えても、あの魔女を放置するわけにはいくまい。
It's true that she was able to repel that witch, but Saber didn't manage a lethal blow. They could track our movements before we're able to do the same. If left alone, the situation here only get worse, much worse. There aren't many good moves in this situation. Honestly, I have no idea who or what that witch is or what she's after. So I think we should learn what we can first. Saber, I don't feel that you're lacking in power, but it could be dangerous to find information. Plus, I'm rather inexperienced. While checking the school, I can look for anything that could help, possibly even to lead to another heroic spirit. That's my best plan for now. What do you think?
今できる手としてはなかなか悪くない。旧大点をくれてやろう。では、お前がひたむきに勤労精神を発揮する間、私は私で調べておこうかな。
What are you looking for?
簡単な話だ。サーバントが動けば、必ず何かしらの痕跡が残る。それを探る。特にあの魔女は、好き放題やっているにもかかわらず、まるでそれを隠そうとしていない。となれば、町に何かしら奇妙な噂が残るのは必然だ。それらの情報を集めていけば、いずれ魔女の目的や所在地にも突き当たるだろう。地道ではあるが、今のところ他にやれることもなさそうだしな。
The motorcycle smoothly slows down and stops in front of the school gates in Sojinkan.
そら、着いたぞ。
Thank you, but try to avoid giving me a heart attack when you turn up next time.
情けないことを言うな、マスター。お前も勇士たろうとするなら、もう少し性根を据えていきよ。
I do agree. He is kind of a pussy. After saying that, Saber departs dashingly. As usual, clad in black, she hauls ass like there's a fire under her. Anyway, I'll leave the investigation of the city to her. I had to think about today's class for the time being. Today work is over. I left the classroom after completing a basic class on necromancy. I stretched my back out. I checked the inside of the school between classes and during lunch breaks. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any rumors or information that seemed to be related to the witch. Nothing has changed. Wilhelm even asked questions after class. It was exactly the same as usual. After school, I tend to meet Saber. I quickly returned to the staff room, intending to finish the day's remaining work. That's... A student is standing in place, staring at the wall with no expression. It's Brynhild. One of the best students in Sokenkan, the student president, she is a beautiful girl known for her unapproachable air. So, what is she doing? Is there something on the wall?
Sensei.
Miss Brynhild, what were you looking for? I glanced at the wall before getting a response. It's a report sheet. The results from the recently conducted exam are displayed. Of course, I already know the result. Wilhelm is in first place with Brynhild in second place. Those two always dominate the top two seats, my double aces. Yet Brynhild turned her face down as if she is ashamed. She seems to be upset, a little upset. I'm getting a little concerned.
違うんです。別に
Oh shit!
悔しいとかではなくて。
Oh! Wait. It didn't crash. We're good. My TV crashed. What was that? Oh, that's a wake-up call. My bad. The wires is very sensitive. All my wires is like really, you know. I had to replace some wires too. I replaced some wires recently, but I guess there's some that's pretty loose. Alright, don't worry. We're back. We're back. No, I don't think you should be. Don't moan at me. She shyly turns her face down more and more. With a little smile, I try to offer a helping hand. After all, a lot of pressure comes to a first place.
はい。けど、それが別に嫌というわけでは。だから、その。
I know, it's okay. Like a teacher, I smile as gently as possible. Now that I think about it, when I talked to the girls the other day, didn't they gossip about Brynhild having a crush on Wilhelm? Looking at this reaction, well, maybe it's not really baseless. Good luck, Wilhelm, though is it really my business?
先生、実は少しご相談したいことがあったのですが。
I'm pretty busy. I have to go look for the other servants. We can talk about this later. Consultation? A rather rare and sudden request from Brynhild. I braced myself a little. If she consults me in such a manner, could it be? That must be the case. The moment of being tested as a teacher has truly arrived. Of course, it's no convenience, but for something like that, it seems better to change locations. If it's something personal for her, it wouldn't be a good idea to discuss it in the hallway. It's a so-called Naisho story precaution. You should choose a safe place to discuss possibly private things. Though that is fairly common sense, I suppose.
はい。先生さえよろしければ、明日、生徒会室に来ていただいても良いでしょうか。
Of course, that's okay. That works well for me, actually. After all, I had a promise to investigate the city with Saber today. As expected, things are getting difficult from the get-go. But is it really okay in the student council room? They should still have work after classes.
昨日、私がすべて片付けてたので。
Oh, I see. As I remember it, there should have been an entire heap of paper piled up. Normally, so much work could take up to a month. How efficient is she? Anyway, it's the student council room after school. Tomorrow. Understood.
はい。お待ちしています、先生。
After that, I headed to the staff room. Perhaps Saber is waiting outside. I should hurry up and get the rest of the work done. In front of the school gate, Saber leaned against her motorcycle. She had her arms crossed. Oh no, is she mad? Did I make her wait long? Looking at her again though, the allure of her tight suit against the motorcycle is quite eye-catching. Sure enough, her appearance attracts attention from the students leaving around her. However, she seems to have no qualms of being the focus of public eye. I wonder if she's like attention. She noticed me as I walked up, raising my hand in greeting.
遅かったな。
I'm sorry, something came up. So, how did your survey go? Saber shrugs her shoulders and shakes her head. She's speechless? So she found nothing worth mentioning? Well, I didn't expect to get good results from the beginning. Regardless, there's something I've been meaning to ask first. Saber, do you have a cell phone?
携帯
After a subtle pause, she looks rather startled for a moment.
ああ、携帯電話か。いや、持ってないぞ。今まではずっと一人だったからな。あれを、携帯電話を持ち運ぶ必要がなかった。
Right, she's pretty much got the hunting ghost immediately after she woke up in Pyramid City. She probably didn't have anyone to contact either. It's from her reaction, I guess she never touched a cell phone. Understood. Well, I need a way to contact you, so let's go buy one. I remember this morning. I can't have her hopping through the windows every time we need to talk, for several reasons. At this rate, the morning may come when my wife is smiling over my body, crimson knife in hand.
よかろう。確かに持っておいた方が良さそうだ。
She gets the bike ready, waiting for me. She doesn't waste time. She controls the motorcycle as prompted, and we head for the Fujimaru shopping district. Okay. We're on a bike. I guess we can go here.
Hmm. 思えば私は限界してから亡霊を狩るばかりでな。こうしてのんびり街を見て回るのはよく考えれば初めてだな。
She parks her bike in a suitable place, and I enter the shopping district with Saber. Surprisingly, she looks around very curiously. Huh. If you're interested, you should enjoy yourself here. I can take care of the phone.
いや、そういうわけにはいくまい。お前は早く家に帰らないと妻に心配をかけるのだろう。
Yeah. Did you care?
この間抜けめ。誰が心臓に優しくしてくれと言ったのか、もう忘れたのか？
Saber shrugged in a disappointed manner. Unexpected. I was sure she hadn't taken my words seriously. She reprimanded me for saying that earlier, but... No, it's a bit late. But the servant, she truthfully a good person, isn't she? Kinder than she may seem. Heeding her words, I went straight into the electronics store. I chose to use a phone that was out of shape, but still had sufficient performance. I began fiddling with it, creating an account on the community, and then handed it to her. She stares at it suspiciously.
なんだこれは。
A simple communication app with a message function. Messages can be sent. We won't always be able to talk out loud, I'm sure. So, this should work.
何を言ってるのかさっぱりわからぬが。まあよかろう。
Dang, they don't need to buy a plan. Maybe she's gonna use like a McDonald's Wi-Fi, and then they're gonna use like a messaging app. I wasn't ready for such a reaction. I barely managed to keep myself from laughing. After that, I briefly teach her how to use the app. Saber listened in silence as I did, her eyes following sharply. She must be a fast learner, I suspected of her. You could set a user avatar for the app as well. Saber created a rather surreal character on it. She taps the screen many times, nodding nearly each time. She looks pleased with herself, so she likes it, right? Just as she finished up configuring, my cell phone buzzes. It's a message from Raikou. I'm sorry, we have to call it done for now. Let's just together tomorrow afternoon, the same time as today.
妻からの催促か？
Saber calmly agrees, understanding the situation. Without further farewell, Saber started her motorcycle. Well, I have to get back. What do I tell Raikou? Tell her you forgot to, you feel like walking. Tens of minutes later, my cell phone vibrates. A new private community message. It's Saber. Damn, bro, she shows the... Hey, you think they, somebody drew this. Right? Because she had the black suit on. Isn't that her April Fool's one in Fate Grand Order? It is! But at the same time, it isn't. She has a different outfit. Nice. She really does figure stuff out quickly. Should the witch appear, I'll call you right away. You should do the same. I can't help but laugh a little. She's not a pro yet. Her Mitch is kind of cute. No spaces or punctuation marks. I didn't expect this. Looking at the screen and feeling something warm, I arrived home. This is the 8th? The 9th? I'm off. Go on, dear. Please be careful while you're away. Saber's not gonna bother me. My neighbor dead. I can only figure that out. I haven't seen my neighbor in 9 days. What other explanation can you think of? He's not dead. Or she. I don't know who's my neighbor. What silhouette? You mean Raikou? I don't see no silhouette on the screen. There's a silhouette. Where you see it at? At the loading screen. You mean Saber? Or Saber at the loading screen. Alright, we gotta go to work like a good citizen. Here we go. Today classes are over. After school, right today, I had a consultation request from Brynhild. Best hop to it. I immediately head to the student council room, where she probably sitting patiently. Brynhild. Remember to save all thing? I think I'm okay. Most of it just skip text, so we'll be okay. One of the students I'm in charge of, but I'm sure we're closer than I am with the other students. I had her help with my work with her sometimes. She is in charge of the student council, and I have a lot of contact with her. Remember the taste of that honey melon drink? That was really good. Maybe it's a hobby? In fact, besides that, she may be good at cooking. Her hobby... Is it a hobby? Actually, although I have so many opportunities to talk to her, I don't know much about her. But I doubt she has no hobbies. She was reading a novel in the student council room the other day. For that matter, she reads often. But just one part of her true self. Brynhild doesn't talk much about herself. That's because she doesn't really want to, and I'm not about to force her to do so. She is always a solitary beautiful flower, and therefore she often feels worlds away, like art display in a glass case. Though I don't know what she thinks about that. Does she think it's okay as it is, or would she change? Well, for all I know, she might think it's not a particularly good thing. I haven't heard from her, so I'm not sure, but call it intuition. Anyway, it's difficult to know what she often thinks, because she speaks so little on such matters. And that's why, in a moment like this, it's unusual and makes me glad for her to request consultation. It feels like she recognizes me as a sensei, and it feels like proof that the days spent approaching her by little might be helping her. I'm expecting Wilhelm to be discussed, but even if that isn't the topic, it's not like I'll be bothered. As a teacher, it makes me happy for her to rely on me. I arrive at the student council room. When I knock and open the door,
Sensei.
for some reason, Brynhild wore a particularly hard expression. Her voice is rather terrifying. Hard, or rather, it's clearly an angry look. Maybe something's wrong, but what?
いえ、そういうわけでは違うんです。すみません。こちらにどうぞ。
However, she easily changed her expression to a gentle one. A nod and sit in a chair as she prompted. Just what was going on now? Why did she look like that?
その本当に大したことではなくて。
She shyly held up in her hands, covering her mouth with a paperback book. This book is...
はい。その童話を読んでいたんです。それですごく 腹が立っちゃって。
She offered her book to me, and I flip open the cover. Let's see here. On the cover was an Andersen fairy tale collection. So it's a collection of Hans Christian Andersen's short stories. There are dozens of fairy tales in this thing. By reading this, did your story disagree with you? Andersen is one of the most well-known fairy tale writers in the world. Of course, there were some happy stories, but his masterpiece includes The Little Mermaid and Match Girl are frankly tragic. Though I wonder why a fairy tale. The other day, it was a Harley Quinn novel. She seems to be reading extensively. Brynhild nodded.
実はひなきくという短編童話を読んで、それで
Knowing its title, I flipped through, finding and reading it. It's very short. It was a fairy tale with only a few pages. There stood a country house, in front of a little garden with a white fence around it. On the other side of that fence, a daisy flower was blooming beside a grassy ditch. The daisy was happy, as if it were a holiday. The daisy couldn't talk, but high above her, the lark sang loudly and beautifully all the things that the little flower felt, and that made the daisy very glad. I can see and hear, the daisy thought, and the sun shines on me, and the forest kisses me. How gifted I am. Inside the fence stood all the stiff, proud flowers. How rich and beautiful they are. I am sure the pretty lark flies across to them and visits them. Thank God that stands close enough so that I could see them. But just as she thought that, heave it, down came the lark. But he didn't come down to the peonies or the tulips. No, indeed. He flew right down into the grass to the poor daisy, who was so overjoyed that she didn't know what to think. The little bird danced around the daisy and sang, "How soft the grass is here, and what a lovely little flower, with gold in her heart and silver on her dress." The bird kissed her with his beak, sang to her, and then flew up again into the bright blue air. The surprised daisy was stunned, but the garden flowers were jealous, making the daisy a little sad. The next morning she recognized the voice of the lark, but this time the song was mournful and sad. You see, he had been caught, and now sat in a cage close by an open window of the house. How the little daisy wished she could help him. But what could she do? Yes, that was difficult to figure out. Two little boys came out of the garden, and one of them was carrying a big sharp knife that went straight up to the little daisy, who could not understand what was going on. Let's see, after that, the two boys who caught the lark cut out a patch of sod in which the daisy lives, and placed it in the same container as the lark, daisy included. While this initially made the flower happy, she was soon distraught to see how sad the once free bird was. The human boys left her basket out of the garden, it seems, and failed to provide any food or water for the lack of daisies. And daisy, my bad. Although he tried eating the grass, he did not touch the daisy. While the lark grew weak and thirsty, he pitied the gentle flower that would share his fate. Likewise, the poor daisy wished to console him. Evening came and went. When morning came, the boys mourned the death of the lark, and prepared an ornate funeral for the bird, placing him into a pretty red box and lining the grave with plants. They could not fathom what happened, unaware of their own negligence. While he was alive and singing, they forgot him and let him sit in the cage and suffer. But now that he was dead, he was to have many tears in the royal funeral. While the daisy was thrown out into the road like trash, no one would think about the little flower that cared so much for the lark. It would be trampled and forgotten. It was a story. I really can't say that it's for children though. Sorry, Hans. But it's truly his style, a spirit-filled tale dressed up with happy environments and colorful things. Brynhild opens her mouth, a sorrowful expression on her face.
これを読んでいたらすごく腹が立ってしまって。
Certainly that's well, it's understandable reaction. The story portrays a rather frustrating fate. Both the daisy and the lark lived happily. Even if there were a certain imperfection, they were content. Both, but their lives were changed for someone else's convenience. Their fates were forcibly controlled. I chose to talk about this, but I'd rather not get overly emotional over something like this with a student. I think I'm relating to the story. For the lark and daisy, it wouldn't have been that bad to have just been left alone, right? But even so, their world was taken away.
一体 どんな気持ちだったんでしょう。
I'm not sure. I imagine it would have been quite painful.
はい。大切なものを自分の手で殺したのに、この子たちは意味が分かっていないように思えます。
Indeed, with their own hands. Huh? You mean the story, right?
ええ、そうですね。ひばりとひなぎくも辛いと思います。
What is that I'm feeling? It's odd. I'm not sure what exactly has her distraught.
それより先生、ご相談したいことが。
That's right, of course. I was completely sidetracked. Get it together, shitto. Originally, I came here because Brunhild requested consultation. You gotta focus here.
実はそのウィルヘルムさんのことなんですが。
I've been convinced of that much, but what about him?
そのずっと彼は1位を取っていて、それでその。
Are you worried about him? She shook her head a little. It's clear she's feeling confused.
ただその好きとか嫌いとかそういうのではなくて、私にはこの気持ちが何なのか。ごめんなさい、うまく整理ができませんけど。いいえ、だから先生なら
Uh-oh.
何かわかるかと思って。
Fuck. I don't know. Jealousy? Apparently things aren't as simple as expected or hoped. In short, it seemed true that Brunhild is interested in Wilhelm. However, it seems that the question remains as to whether it's a romantic feeling. In other words, she doesn't seem to know what her feelings are. She asked me to see if I could tell her something. Likely some insight. I need to think for a moment, then answer as honestly as possible. First, Brunhild. Unfortunately, I don't understand people's hearts either. But it's not just me, not just you. Everyone seems to have a little trouble with it.
はい。
Still, people gradually learn their feelings as they live. I like this, I hate this, this is fun, this is sad, etc. It is because people interact with various things, as you did when you read the story and felt real emotion. You gradually become aware of something you disliked. In other words, for better or worse, that feeling you have is yours. There's no one else right to tell you what it means. You gotta tough it out, but I can give you some advice at least.
それは何ですか？
I laughed a little. It's kind of simple. Just talk. If you are curious, try doing something together. If you spend some time around others, you'll develop clearer opinions about them. Do enough and you'll gather enough information that you'll be able to name that feeling you can't right now.
先生、けどそれは。
Brunhild was down. The expression is more than worried. She looks somewhat scared. But soon she raises her face.
それはきっとできません。私にはきっと。だって。
No, you can do it. Really. Don't be afraid. If you get hurt, you're sure to be okay. As mages, we should strive to illuminate the unknown, even non-magical unknowns. And, well, if something really hurts you, I'll be there to help. If I do, I can talk to you again. Brunhild was still looking like she wanted to say something more. But eventually, she swallowed it. Dang. Maybe I couldn't give her a very good advice. But alas, it's difficult business, this. At least I do believe what I said. If she feels something, it's her right to decide what it means. I look at the wall clock. Time's just getting tight. I'm sorry, Brynhild, but I have to go now. The hands on the clock are already quite advanced. I have a promise to investigate the city alongside Saber today as well, and I'd rather not keep her waiting. I can't say that her worries have been resolved, but it can't be helped much, can it?
いえ、相談に乗っていただいてありがとうございました、先生。
Sure, I don't mind at all. Please tell me if there's anything else, Miss Brynhild.
はい。
And that said, I heard out of the student council room. It's bad. If I don't hurry, I'll make Saber wait again. Damn, Saber's like the second wife. Can't make her wait. This guy getting pushed around, man. Can't make a wife wait. You can't make Saber wait. You gotta always be in a hurry. Amiya Sensei waves over his back as he leaves the student council room. Now alone, I ruminate on Sensei words. I guess we're Bryn, huh? We're Brynhild now. Just talk. Then you should be able to learn what's what. Because you should be able to understand by gaining information, as well as experience. But that's just it. I can't do that. I can never do it. I'm scared. 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 Damn, this motherfucker. The Nasu influence? You see what you did, Nasu? Nasu like to do this bullshit too. When I was reading Tsukihime, Stay Night, he always repeat them words. But then there's always like red on the screen, right? It'd be like bulging red, and then all you see is like a red face from me. They should have did that too. They were gonna do like Nasu style. Should have like bulged red or something. Just imagine it, the letters of horror fills my head. If I do that, something terrible will happen. I'm sure it will be irreplaceable. But why? I don't know why. Instincts alone is screaming inside of me. Not the brain, not the mind, something inside the body. Something like another unknown self. It denies and scratches. It will surely destroy everything I want. Yeah, I shouldn't want it. I can't. I can only stay as someone wants, exist at their request. But when I consult with my teacher, I wonder why I thought it was okay to consult him. Why? I wish I could serve someone. I wish I could help someone. But why? This is like, no. That's no good. It shouldn't be. I'm not allowed to be human. Living, learning, thinking, worrying like humans. There should be no way for me to be so filled with emotions, burning like a flame. I can't seek to be like fire. I must be ice. I muttered to myself, without any warning.
あら、ずいぶん面白いことで悩んでいるのね。
Suddenly, a strange girl appeared in the student council room. As if she was there from the beginning, the girl was staring at me and smirking.
自分の気持ちが知りたいって言ってたわよね、あんた。
They disregard my embarrassment, as if they already knew everything.
どう？私ならその気持ちが何なのか教えてあげられるけど。
I like to wear shorts in the school uniform. I mess with shorts. I don't know what I like better though, miniskirts or shorts. I think shorts are pretty cool. After leaving the student council room, I hurriedly cleaned up the miscellaneous things in the staff room, and then I soon meet with Saber. She rests with her rear against her bike and crosses her arms in front of the school gate like deja vu. Well, the number of gazes directed at her is more than yesterday. I doubt I'm imagining that.
お前が仕事に励んでいる間、亡霊や町の噂について調べたぞ。乗れ、少し遠出するぞ。
And she still escorts me to school. You know, I have a car. Hey, what the hell? I got stung? Weird. I didn't have that feeling earlier on stream. That's why I'm a little bit freaked out. Don't worry about it. The bike start. So what's our destination?
90条だ。お前は初めてかもしれんが、いい機会だ。とくと味わっていけ。
At least I can hold her. Right? That's the one benefit of riding a bike. I get to hold Saber. She won't say nothing. I'm just holding her. But I think a car would be more, I don't know. It'd be weird. I know the wife gotta think of something, right? Raikou, you're like, what the fuck? Why is he taking the car anymore? Something's going on. Can't let Raikou distrust me. I meant him. I guess us. But then I guess hugging Saber is not that bad too. Kyoju Castle. It's a high-rise facility of abandoned, wasted building in the corner of the Pyramid City, a region created of poor planning. Inside is, in a nutshell, chaos. Pipes stretching around as waste leaks from them, environmentally polluted water that doesn't circulate, murder, theft, kidnapping. I'm not saying that word. There are all kinds of vices, and inside, dangerous animals and plants are unusual shapes unique to Kyoju Castle sneak around. If I recall, there are rumors of savvy doctors that hates people lives here. There's also rumors of advanced science, technology, and magical artifacts. Due to the chaos itself, the appearance is extremely disconcerting. A wide variety of flashy flood processor, to put it better, or poorly made food processor, to put it worse. Excuse me. The scenery is blended messily. It's like there is a small time inside the group of linked buildings. Honestly, it's hard to describe Kyoju. It's dangerous, but that leads us to believe that there's no doubt that some information is only available there. I wonder who they're going to add in this game. All I know about is Scathach, right? And Brynhild. What if my wife is a servant? Hell no, bro. I don't believe it. Because we've been married for years, right? I'm assuming. I hope she's not a servant. We arrived at Kyoju Castle. Because if my wife's a servant, then that will leave only 4 left, right? 4 servants left. I wonder who to add. Scathach. Oh, fuck. Saber. Can't use her real name. Every time you use her real name, she gets weaker. Saber parked her bike at a suitable spot and entered Kyoju Castle on foot. Ever onward, I follow after her. Into a group of huge, dimly lit buildings. This is the castle. Doesn't look like it. This community spreads on a flat surface and has been layered heavily. It's all pretty dirty, and the lighting is clearly insufficient, offering a dim ambiance. You can see colorful and flashy signboards. The scene as a whole is colorful, but rather than lively, it gives a cheap impression of the slums.
私は亡霊と怪奇について調べてくる。お前はお前で調べてこい。
On my own? I don't know if that's best. Well, it's more efficient to collect information separately, right? It's a little dangerous, but I still got a magician edge. I can protect myself. Understood, then. Good luck.
心配無用。私を前にすれば不幸すら逃げていくだろうさ。
What does that mean? Alright, how you save? Oh, you can't save. Fuck. I should have saved during the dialogue. Ah, there we go. Hey, it autosaved. No, it didn't. Don't talk to me, old man. I'm busy. Ah, bitch. I can't talk to the cat. Let me see. Hey, move. You can't play roulette? Multiple saves? I know. But every time you say it, it makes me not want to. people in the town. Come on, man. I try to talk to the people I see, but unfortunately, hours pass without any results. I'm really tired. I'll take a break and go into the store to cool myself off. I'm a bit confused as I step into some kind of shop. I'll look around. Is this an antique shop? Like an old valuables all lined up in a cluttered manner? The house itself was moving, creating an atmosphere that told me be careful. However, shops like this often have interesting things. In particular, junk that is no use to the general public has a knack for accruing irreplaceable values as rare magical items to us mages. With my curiosity overwhelming my caution, I venture further in. The fuck? She's not voice. A younger woman than you expect from an old antique shop comes out with a smile. I guess I got a voice here. Then you know that honey thing that Brynhild had? I kind of wish I had that. Alright. Oh, how interesting. Dear customer, you seem to hold a strong soul in Poe. With an unsettling gaze. She was looking at me intently before continuing. Hoo, how very interesting. Blessed sight Ganpaku. I give thanks to seeing such a rare thing this day. Huh? With that said, she took out a star-shaped polyhedron, a three-dimensional stellation, basically. I think it might be a star octahedron, also known as to some as Da Vinci star. This is a mystic code. I'm sure it'll be a guardian for one such as yourself. To be fair, I certainly feel a faint magical power from the object, but did she peg me? Oh damn. For a mage at a glance. Who are you? Me? I'm just a merchant. Apparently I'm not going to get much out of her. I don't think pressing her would be beneficial either. Mages exist in secrecy. I can't go confirming what may very well be a blind guess or delusion. No, I'll drop it. It seems this is what I wound up with. Well, I don't dislike the artifact. Thank you very much. We hope you find it useful. If you succeed, we shall meet again. I thanked her and left the store feeling only slightly uncomfortable. I got a mystic code. However, this polyhedron is a little bulky to wear as a talisman. I'm not sure what use this thing is, but I head to the meeting point and find Saber. Quartz amulet. It's the one that Kohaku has in Melty Blood. Damn bird. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. I think we can keep going. I returned to where she had parked her bike. Saber was leaning on her back on the bike, already in her usual pose with her arms crossed.
大した収穫なしだ。
Upon my approach, Saber met my eyes and briefly gave me an account of her search. It seemed that there really wasn't anything of note. Same here.
そうか。まあそういうこともあろうな。
Next, I recount my search and findings. Unfortunately, I don't have much to report either. I got a mystic code, but it was just a coincidence. It's probably completely irrelevant in regards to our search. Saber agreed with this. Pity that investigation turned up so little for the effort. Right now, the witch may be planning something. Damn it.
そう焦るな。私のマスターならば、同日大きく構えていろ。
Stand tall? I think I should. I was streaming earlier, so definitely gotta get the back straight.
とにかく帰るぞ。乗れ。
I'm getting used to riding a motorcycle like this, though some of her maneuvers are still harrowing. I suspect she dials it back when I'm present. The engine rang loudly as the motorcycle started. I wonder if they had this is a Dojin, right? And they sold it. You can buy this at DL site. I wonder what characters they're allowed to use. I think if I remember, when I looked through the character, I looked at the character select screen before, you know, trying out this visual novel because I got curious. There's no Tsukihime. There's no Tsukihime. No Stay Night, I guess technically. And no Guardian Sinners. Alright, this is pure Fate Grand Order. An original cast. But they're using the Pyramid City. When I first saw the Pyramid City, I thought, oh shit, Melty Blood, right? I thought they're gonna like add Shion or maybe somebody from the Tsukihime side. Because this is pretty much like Misaki Town, but it's not. They use some. Yeah, it's only Fate Grand Order, right? Nothing from Stay Night, nothing from Tsukihime, nothing from Guardian Sinners. Yeah, an original cast. Yeah. Little bit, I guess that's okay. I pretty much probably know the reason why. Because they sold this, right? So they probably had to get like permission, since they're gonna profit from it. So, I wonder who did the art again. They did a pretty good job on the art. I like that. And then there's some art too, like some April Fool stuff that you see. Remember Scathach April Fool's thing for Avatar? I wonder if they got the Gouda Gouda guys to draw something for them. That would be tight. I didn't look up the artists, but I saw there was like a lot of artists that work in this game. There's like maybe six different artists. The sun is setting as the cool breeze flows over my body. The flashy signboards float from the edge of my field of vision before they disappear. Eventually, it all becomes a distant skyline.
ああ、そういえば先ほどの調査で聞いたのだがな、この金字塔都市のどこかにカラーギャングが支配している地域があるそうだ。
Gang. We get caught up at a traffic light and the bike stops smoothly. Color gang?
ああ、なんでも
Oh shit.
そのリーダーが片目をなくした少女らしくてな。聞いたことがあるか？
Gang. I have heard that there's an influential group to the west, I see. So the chef is a one-eyed girl? Seems interesting. Her physique felt far away, and then I myself was surprised by the energy in my voice.
それともう一つあったな。なんでもどこかに姿を現せば必ずそこで争いを引き起こす白衣を着た流浪の人物がいるとかなんとか。
Strange white. A kind of doctor or scientist, maybe. It sounds like maybe you saw a lab coat. I forgot to mention something else too. I noticed they mentioned a lot of Fate Extra stuff too. A lot. They only mention like Hans, right? That's like Fate Extra CCC though. But I don't think he appears in the game. So I guess they can't really use anything besides Fate Grand Order characters. So no Fate Extra. I doubt Apocrypha doing that timeline. I don't know if that Apocrypha anime even came out. I guess there's still the light novel or whatever, right? You could use. So basically only Grand Order. Grand Order or original. Some parts of town are dominated by colored gangsters, led by one-eyed girls. It's pretty strange, but this is a bit, this is about the white coat onlookers for more intriguing. There's Kiera though. She's, nah, Kiera, she's in Fate Grand Order, but Kiera's Fate Extra. She's originally from Fate Extra. That's pretty interesting. They got Kiera. I wonder what was the limit on what characters they could use. That's pretty interesting. They got Kiera. I do remember seeing Kiera actually. She's that psychologist. Whatever. Let's keep going. It may be a little childish, but it's a fascinating story to me. Especially good that something related to magic is involved. I feel excited.
さてな、ともかく簡単な相手ではないことだけは間違いなかろう。
A one-eyed girl in a one-ring lab coat. Yeah, why not? Sounds interesting. The bike gradually slows down.
そら、ここでいいか？
Yeah, you're on lifesaver.
ああ、それと最後にお前にもう一つ忠告しておきたいことがあった。
You know some things are bad for my heart.
そう身構えるな。これまで長いことを一人で亡霊の出現を感知してはそれを狩るだけの生活を続けていたからな。お前とこうして街を巡るのはなんだ存外楽しい。だがそれもこの街の問題を解決できねば全ては意味がないことだ。分かっておろうがお前も気を引き締めてかかれよ。
Right, I know.
ならばよい。パートナーとして期待しているぞ。
Bye bye. She rides the bike and disappeared from the edge of the site. Amusing, she says, the two of us working together. An amusing adventure to explore the secrets of Pyramid City. Without a doubt, she is the best partner for this. But is she really okay with this? Keeping up with her isn't easy. You know what Scathach kind of remind me of? She kind of remind me of a little bit of Arc. You know, Arc relationship with Shiki and Tsukihime. That's what their relationship reminded me of. Shiki, he can't let Akia find out about Arc. If Akia find out about Arc, she'll kill Shiki. Literally kill him. He know it. He know his sister's crazy. And then same thing with I don't even know the protagonist name. I'll call him Shido. Shido and Scathach. Right? If Scathach has been found out by Raikou, Raikou would kill Shido. I don't know if she would. I don't know, man. Raikou seems nice, but I guess she can get crazy though. And then they're partners too. They're not really like I guess they can kind of be like master servant, right? But this relationship is like more like Arc and Shiki from Tsukihime, where they're like partners in crime, trying to find the murderer of the city. Right? That's the mystery of Misaki Town. Was the murderer? So Shido and Scathach is trying to find the mystery of this town, whatever that is, which is the pyramid, I guess. There's route in this game. I'm just saying what their relationship reminds me of. It just reminds me of Tsukihime and Arc route. Without a doubt, she is the best partner for this, but is she really okay with this? Keeping up with her isn't easy. Am I holding her back? I begin dwelling on this passively. It makes me feel like this route probably got inspired by Arc route and Tsukihime. Probably. Only difference is Arc doesn't like drive a motorcycle. I'm off. Go on, dear. Please be careful while you're away. Title Tree. That she's not gonna pick me up. I gotta drive by myself. I guess we only meet after school now, huh? Arc also, in Tsukihime, Arc, she jumps to the second floor window to Shiki room. How does she know where Shiki room's located at? I don't know. Bro, she could see. She got the mystic eyes. The mystic eyes doesn't help her see better. I don't think so. I wanted the other relationship with I guess they're gonna be servants, right? The other heroines. I wanted they're gonna remind me of somebody, like Scathach relationship with the main character reminds me of Arc and Shiki. Got that partner relationship. Continuing from yesterday, I get off to a calm start this morning. Get up, change clothes, and have breakfast with Raikou. She seems to be clearly suspicious of my recent actions. I'm not necessarily trying to keep this up, but the more I do now, the sooner this madness will conclude. I want to make up for it somehow, but is it even possible? The guilt racks my chest, but I can't neglect the Holy Grail War. I arrive at Sojinkan before long, with my feelings of guilt. For some reason, it's very noisy. There are several police cars, their lights flashing, while the students cluster together. Alright, I need to get through and find some familiar faces. What happened? Sensei, it's Wilhelm. With that reaction, it's clear something serious has occurred. I need answers. I have to make sure this isn't something based in magic. Pushing into the school building, I dash toward the school. I might have called by a co-worker, but I ignore it. Police officer grabs my arm, but I shake them off easily. Before long, I arrive at the classroom and push away the police officer who was stuck at the entrance. I saw the scene. The room was in horrible condition. The desks and chairs were flipped over, and the textbooks and notebooks that would have been inside are reduced to loose leaf scraps scattered here and there. In the center of the classroom, one student is lying on the floor. However, their face is pointed towards the door, but that couldn't be Wilhelm, right? They're severely burnt and charred. I can't even recognize them. Frozen in an expression of agony, the kind of face one can only make when they grasp at straws to survive. I just collapsed on the spot. I couldn't stand. There was no strength in my legs. Did I let this happen? Police officer grabbed me and moved me into the hall. Are you the instructor here, sir? Yes. God, is it really him? Before I can dwell on it, however, the police officer asked me to clarify my occupation before asking my name and age. Did you know the victim? I was his teacher. He was always keen to ask questions after class. He was enthusiastic and a bright student. The elderly police officer looked down. I think I'll talk to you later. So for now, take a break. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, sir. I grabbed his shoulder as he tried to turn away. Uh-oh. Please wait. It's just, I heard outside. Is it really Wilhelm? Yeah, a bag that had fallen beside him, containing a textbook as well as a notebook containing his name. Other teachers said that it was Wilhelm as well. We're sure. Fuck, I forgot to say this word. Autopsy, whatever, man, will likely corroborate further. Autopsy. There you go. Autopsy. No words came out. The police officer bowed lightly to me and returned to the classroom. Wilhelm, what happened to you? I still can't move. I must be in shock. But if I stay here like this, I will absolutely regret it. Take a deep breath once, be steady, and try again. I need answers. Through the gaps between the police officers, I focus on his changed appearance. At the very least, I offer parting words silently. The moment I do so, I notice it. My thoughts stopped when my eyes widened before I squint harshly. Silver hair? The corpse is burnt, thoroughly, but not completely. Some of the corpse isn't completely charged. It's painted in soot, and some small patches of skin remains intact. The ash-tinted silver hair grows from their head. No, that shouldn't be the case. It's wrong, isn't it? The figure of Wilhelm that comes to mind from just yesterday. The hair must have been black. I looked around, finding a nearby colleague. Is he really Wilhelm? I feel like something's wrong with the hair color. Mr. Emiya, please calm down. I understand that this is a shock, but who will watch over the students if we are not calm? I am calm. This is important. I need to tell you, Wilhelm's hair wasn't silver. It was black, right? Huh? Mr. Emiya, slow down. Are you sure you're alright? Wilhelm's hair was always silver. Huh? What are you? There was a loud rattling noise. Covered with a blue sheet, the corpse was about to be trucked out. I took the moment to look at their head once more. Charred flesh, strands of silver hair. I'm sorry, I need to go. What's going on? That corpse, was it really Wilhelm? Wilhelm definitely had black hair. I can only think that it must be someone else, but as far as I've seen, everyone testified that he is Wilhelm. Really, what the hell is going on? Due to the circumstances, all classes were canceled today. In addition, people on the premises, including the students, are kept on campus for investigation. The students are hanging in there. We, the instructors, have been answering questions from the police ever since. I was especially close to them, more than the other instructors. It seemed that it was being investigated for a especially long time. After a long period of this, we were finally released. The police soon left, and the school officials dispersed. From the corner of my eye, I see a comforting figure near.
調べないわけにはいかないな。そうだろ?
That's exactly right. Since there is one case of a witch, I can't help but investigate. I quietly returned to the classroom with Saber. But shockingly, the scene is literally no different from how it always was, just a usual classroom. The upside down desks and the chairs have already been restored. I recall the room being taped off as well, to preserve the scene surely, but there's no signs of that. Everything is neatly restored to its former state. It's as if nothing happened in the first place. Even after the time spent getting questioned, there wasn't nearly enough time for this to have occurred naturally. Furthermore, the body that was here and Wilhelm in my memory, I feel like they must be different people. I can't be sure. Even his parents identified the body. As was stated, it seems logical to conclude that something is wrong with me. But I don't think my memory is wrong. I got this gut feeling. Did something change, or did I go crazy? Or might I be on the right track? I can't help but get caught up in the wave of remorse. This is all so...
まず、外傷がおかしいな。肌が焼きただれていた。それは間違いないのだな。
No doubt. It was right here, and yet...
ごく普通の学び屋だな。人を焼き殺すどころか、火傷を負わせられそうなものもない。床にも激しく燃えた跡はない。となれば、魔術による犯行が疑われるが。
In the first place, there's a school that stands out. As a magic academy, small-scale magical incidents aren't unheard of. If you use powerful fire magic that kills or injures someone, you'll inevitably be caught up by someone. However, oddly from what I overheard, there was no sign of sighting that anyone used magic, making it an incomplete assumption. If so, it is reasonable to theorize another cause of death, another method of killing capable of that kind of damage.
おい、あれを見てみるといい。
Saber points to the wall. It looks like some of the worst handwriting I've ever seen. However, the missing lines draw meaningful patterns. It looks like a rune, but something's different. Rune magic, specifically the Celtic or Nordic branches, are a very well-established branch of magic. Each rune holds meaning. A unique combination of those runes produces effects. It's not my field, but I know the basics, enough that I'm convinced this pattern does not correspond to any of the runes.
わからんか。まあ当然か。これは原初のルーンだ。
Primordial, the first runes.
現代ではすでに失われているものだからな。これの前では、現代のルーンは時期にも等しいのだ。
I see. It's the first time I've ever seen one. I see. So, this is the original rune?
そうだ。ルーンに関してはいくらか覚えがある。これ。
From what I read, when she trained Ireland Child of Light, she was a teacher not only in combat but also in rune magic. She is not only a master of armed combat, she was a top-notch mage, and came to be known as a sorceress herself. If that's all true, I think saying she has some memory of runes isn't being too humble. But I feel confused, maybe pathetic. It's been a year since I was assigned to Sokugan, yet in all that time I never noticed, or perhaps never thought to check for runes. How careless.
無理もない。いびつな上、魔力反応もまるでない。ルーン魔術をよく知る者が直接これを視認しなければ、これが意味あるものだとして捉えるのは難しかろうよ。
I see, so what does it mean? At this, her expression turns into a bitter one.
すまぬが、わからん。
She doesn't know? What does it mean that she, a master of rune magic, doesn't know?
このルーン、どうにもいびつでな。 見ていて腹立たしいほどに癖がある。意図的に歪めてあるのか、何かがそうさせたのかはわからんが、とにかく読みづらくて仕方がない。時間をくれ。読み解くには少々時間がかかる。
Annoyed, Saber is staring at the letters on the wall. Is it okay to touch this room?
ああ、
I gently touch the letters, but I don't feel anything. Not even fragments of magical power. It's not a problem I can solve. I'll leave it to her to decipher this room. Let's approach things from another direction. Then I'll be your partner from here. Something suddenly came out of the void. God, this kid's gonna kill me at this rate. What have you been lately? I have various tasks. I'm not always guarding you. Usually I'm acting as your conscience. That's a joke. As a holy guardian angel, what else does he do? Well, he's still better than being alone. I stick my head out of the class and look around. Nobody's here. So what's our move, boss? Ask about Wilhelm a bit more. When I exit the classroom and step into the hall, it's bizarre. Strangely, no, as usual, there's hustle and bustle, students all migrating while making idle chatter. It's not too noisy, but it's way too normal. There was a fire and the death, and that was today, not even so. What the hell was going on? I gently catch a student as he walks by. Only after the fact do I realize I don't even know this kid's name. You, do you have a moment? I want to ask about Wilhelm. Wilhelm, who's that? What? I'm sure you were taking the same class as Wilhelm. Look, I understand it's a bit rough topic, but... No, I'm really sorry. I really don't know who you mean. No, wait, just wait. Are you being serious? That's right. I'm worried about you. Are you alright, Sensei? Wilhelm is a name I never heard. Sensei, maybe you're just tired. Then, if that is all... The student hurries away. After that, he joins the other students, seemingly unfazed, as they all laugh. What's really going on? I looked around. A pair of female students chatting happily. A boy on the bench staring at the thick spell book with a rugged face. Some students are running around on the grounds outside the window. No, it's all wrong. Just thinking about it, this clearly doesn't add up. The students should have been instructed to go home. Their classmate died. Yet, the students are really acting like it's school as usual. Maybe no one remembers Wilhelm anymore. Is this what we're facing? Something that erases people completely? Lost in thought, I round the corner of the hallway, bumping into someone. They collapse as we collide. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, I was careless. Are you alright? Brunhild. With a sad expression, she remained on the ground, looking a little helpless. I reached down to her, and I said it was normal. She hesitated at first. She brings her white fingers up, but not far enough, prompting me to reach a little further to grasp her hand. But she doesn't really seem to be trying to stand. Is she really alright? With a solid grip, I gradually pull her to her feet. I definitely bump into you. I'm sorry. But more than that, Brunhild, I have something to ask you. It might be terrible to ask her now, but I have to know. Do you remember about Wilhelm? Everyone else may have forgotten but you. Don't you recall? Wilhelm, who scored first place in the last exam. Yeah, I caught your eye, and for something like today to have happened, don't you remember something? Anything about him?
すみません。もう私に話しかけないでください。
Brunhild! She quickly excuses herself. Damn it. I thought if anyone would remember him, she would. No, I just had a serious conversation with her the other day. I got a glimpse of how distraught she was. It's hard to imagine how shocked she might be. Maybe it's just something I shouldn't hear. But I just knew something was happening. It can't be helpful now. I should get back to Saber.
おう、ずいぶん早く戻ってきたな。すまぬが、解読はまだかかりそうだぞ。
She spoke casually, her eyes still glued to the writing. She's a self-paced woman. When I look out the window, the sun was starting to set. The school will be closed soon. Further investigation seems difficult. Oh shit.
やむなしか。この私をここまで手こずらせるとは。このルーン、思ったよりもやりおる。 全くとして意図が読めぬ。規則も何もありやしない。まるでデタラメだ。それを見越して歪めてあるのならば、天才だな。星2つをやろう。
Hold on. Two stars. That's hard to do. What is the largest amount of stars she gives out anyway? No, focus. If we can decipher a rune this complex, only Saber and the criminal who set up the runes will grasp their meaning. We have something. I had to leave it to her to decipher this. She really is doing her own legend justice. I glanced at the calendar on the wall of the classroom. Wednesday, July 10. At the end of 19, Sokugun Academy will begin summer vacation, making it difficult to investigate the school. We have to finish the investigation by the 18th and solve the mystery. I share my thoughts with my companions.
いいだろう。手を尽くそう。
I'll follow what you say. With the consent of two, I decided again in my heart. The investigation will end in July 18. So before then, I will solve the mystery. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Ah, yes, hold on. I'm off. Go on, dear. Please be careful while you're away. Investigation? I think we're finally here. Right? Free mode. Let me... Hold on. Okay. Investigation? Sure, tell me about it. Talk to the inhabitants of Pyramid City and get clues. There's only one time in the day you can act freely. I should save this. Dang. We finally got free mode. That's pretty cool. Talk to the inhabitants of Pyramid City and get clues. There's only one time in the day you can act freely. Sure. So proceed carefully. You do not feel the progress at the top right. As screened by the deadline, you will reach a bad end. What? Top right. Oh. Mr. Code and service are not accessible. Need a description on Mr. Code menu? Yes. The third master skill change depending on the Mr. Code equipped by the master. Check main menu, Mr. Code. Need a description and servant menu? Yes. You can check the skills profile of the servant. You can select our first servant to fight. Then we're gonna have a party. Leader setting, leader skills on the servant, select the leader, servant. Okay, we're good. Oh, who are you? Okay, so that's pretty much prologue. That's pretty tight. I like that. Save. Okay.